session. Who is here? Let me know in the comments. Please tell me your name so I can know, who is live. I'm so happy that some of you are already live. Hello, Gbemisola. Thank you for commenting. So I really want us to keep this going because the comment section is how I interact with you, and I love to interact when I'm talking relationships because it's relationship is basically interaction, right? So I want to interact with you. When something is striking, I want you to share it in the comments or put the fire emoji or something. Give me feedback, like live feedback, when you hear anything that really resonates with you or anything that touches you. If you hear something that you feel you have a question on, type it instantly. Like, this is a conversation. Even though you're only hearing my voice, I can't hear your voice. The way I can hear your voice is through the chat section. So please, chat. Shalewa, so nice to have you. All right, so let's get right into it because we don't have time. If I'm longer than 30 minutes, it's because my notes is so long. I want to keep this under 30 minutes, really. So 5 warning signs that he's not really into you. Even if he chased you for months, and he's now your boyfriend, these warning signs still prove that he's not really into you. Men chase for different reasons. I've come to realize, like, I taught in a model, Identify Mr. Right, the evidences of true love, and pursuit is one of the evidence of true love, but it's not the only reason. Men pursue for different reasons. Some people pursue you because life is pursuing them. Some people pursue you because housework is pursuing them. They just need someone to come and cook and clean. They are not really into you, right? So men chase for different reasons. Pursuit is not the only evidence of love. So even though a guy has chased you for months and you're not in a relationship with him, if he's still showing any of these signs, he's not really into you. And I'll get into that in a minute, right? Many of us have experienced the heartbreak or the emotional turmoil that comes from being in a relationship where we are not loved back with the same, should I use Gen Z language, energy. Like, what you are giving them is not what they are giving back to you, right? I'm sure many of you have experienced that. It always feels like, you are forcing things, you are giving more, you are bearing the emotional weight of the relationship, and that is not supposed to be. God didn't design you to beg for love. God, your almighty Father, he did not design you or any of his children for that matter to beg for love. Before Eve came on the scene, Adam was already aware of his need. God had made him realize it's not good for you to be alone. This way you are living is not good for you, Adam. Right? Let's find you a helpmate. So Adam was aware of his need. He had already seen a couple of wrong options. So by the time Eve came on the scene, he was ready for that commitment. He immediately pronounced her, this is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. There was no dilly-dallying. There was no guesswork. There was no back and forth, because he was already ready for, someone. He was ready to make that commitment, right? So God designed you, especially as a woman, for committed love. He didn't design you to keep begging for crumbs of affection, right? Even he, in the way he expressed his love to you by sending Jesus to die for you, he gave his all. He gave his best. He gave his absolute best. So you should never settle for any man's less, right? So, but if you don't know the warning signs, right, that a guy isn't ready to be committed, you will, number one, you will suffer emotionally. Heartbreak, I've discovered, is real pain. That's why they call it heartbreak. It literally feels like your heart is breaking. If you've ever experienced that, let me know in the chat. Like, if you've ever experienced pain that is so real that it really hurts, like it hurts, you can almost feel it physically. That's why they call it heartbreak, right? And I think that being in a relationship where you are not sure of that person's commitment to you is sort of even worse than a breakup, because in a breakup you already know we're not together, this person doesn't owe me anything, we have broken up. So like, you are able to heal, you are able to move on and open up yourself to other options. But in the case whereby it's back and forth, you are not really sure. So you will hurt today, you will heal tomorrow, you will hurt the next day, you will heal the next day. You are just in a loop of hurting and healing. So I feel like you should never, put yourself or remain in a situation where you are unsure of that person's commitment to you. So if you don't know whether a guy is ready to be committed or whether he's really committed to you, you will suffer emotionally. That's number one. Number two, you'll be too distracted to pursue your purpose. You will be too distracted to pursue your purpose. And we see that in Proverbs 4 verse 23. It says that guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. When you are in a relationship where you are constantly in a cycle of hurting and healing, right, it distracts you from investing your energy in the things that really, really matter. When you are hurting, you can't focus. When I was in college, like, people even find it hard to pass exams. Like, they can't read because they are hurting, right? So, a broken heart affects your commitment. It affects your creativity. But when you feel settled in love or in God as a single person, you have clarity. You have singleness of purpose to run, to achieve all that God has planned for you. You are not thinking, oh, what about this person? What about that person? Like, you have that clarity. You have that singleness of mind. So this topic is very crucial. It's very important for you to know whether someone is really into you or not, so that you can quickly, call it quits or move on, right? So, number 3, when somebody is not really committed to you, how will it affect you? You will miss out on opportunities for true love. You will miss out on opportunities while you are staying stuck with someone who is acting like they are sure it's you, who isn't acting like they're sure it's you. You will miss out on someone who really wants you, right? And time, I've discovered, time is the currency of life. Time is the currency of life. That's what you bargain with in life, right? You have to invest time to achieve your desired outcomes. Whether your outcome is love, whether your outcome is success, whether your outcome is fulfillment, you have to invest time to achieve those outcomes, right? And if time is the currency, your seasons are the denominations. Please get this very clearly. If time is the currency of your life, your seasons are the denominations. We have seasons in the real world. We have winter, we have fall, we have spring, we have summer. In your life also, there are seasons, and they are marked by certain years. I believe that your 20s, especially when you are in your 20s and maybe even your early 30s, right, is a season when you should be actively acquiring knowledge that will set you up for success in love and in life. I've come to discover from people's life experiences and things that I've heard that the mistakes people make in their 20s, they tend to spend their 30s and their 40s trying to fix it. Some of them never recover. And I've seen this in practical terms, with much older relatives, that some people never ever recover from the mistakes that they make in their 20s or the mistake they make while they were single in their early 30s, right? These things are important. Right, so while you are busy wasting time with somebody who is here today, there tomorrow, you are missing out on opportunities to find true love. This is why some people will now get into 30s, they are praying, they are fasting, God bring me someone, because they spent their 20s with an unserious fellow, and now they've missed out on all the other prospects that surrounded them during that age. And now in their 30s is a prayer point to find somebody. It should not be that way, right? So time is the currency of your life. Don't allow anybody to waste your time by being unsure. You need to know whether they are sure or not, and you need to be able to, because they won't tell you. Some people will not tell you. Not even some people. Most of the people who waste your time, they will not tell you, I'm just wasting your time. Like, no guy will ever, say that to you outrightly. It is your responsibility to learn the warning signs so that you can protect yourself, so that you can instantly know that this one is wasting my time, let me get out of it, because he won't spell it out to you that we're just having fun, I'm just wasting your time. No, he won't say that, right? So, so you need to be able to learn these signs. And that's essentially, let me talk about this early. What that relationship mentoring program is for is to give you adequate knowledge, to equip you on all fronts, as a single person, maximizing your singleness, pursuing wholeness, dating, sex for singles, everything is to equip, so that you will have adequate knowledge to make the right choices early, during your 20s, during your early 30s, and so that you won't spend the rest of your life trying to recover from the mistakes you made during your single years, right? So, because I don't want to waste time, what are the signs? What are the signs that somebody is not truly invested in you? Number 1, they are not emotionally invested. If a guy is not really into you, he will not be emotionally invested. And how will you know? He will be giving you just enough to keep you. Just enough to keep your attention. You will hear lots and lots of excuses. The relationship will feel very one-sided, and it will be very selfish. That means he wants to be with you when he wants to be with you. He has no care for when you want to be with him or when you need to be with him. So when you want to be with him or when you need to talk to him, you will hear excuses. And then he will come back when he feels like being with you, right? When he misses you, when he, is bored and needs somebody to talk to or somebody to hang out with. That's what the relationship, that's what the relationship will be based on, right? So, it will be very one-sided, to be very selfish. He wants you when he wants you, and he will be claiming to be busy. Let's define busy for a moment. To be busy means to be actively engaged in work. Like right now, as I'm talking with you, I'm busy. So if I were in a relationship and somebody is texting me and expecting me to reply right now, it's impossible for me to be replying right now because I am actively engaged in something. It also means to have a lot to do, right? So first of all, absolutely no one is actively engaged every second of every minute of every hour of every day. Absolutely no one is engaged. Even God Almighty, when he was busy creating the universe, every day he stopped to reflect on what he has done. You will see the Bible say in Genesis, it will say, and God said, let there be light, and there was light, and God saw that the light was good. Like he paused to reflect on what he was. The Bible says, yes, God rested on the 7th day, but he was taking some intermittent, should I call them breaks, during each day of creation to make sure that what I'm doing, is it working out, is it good? So even God was not actively engaged the whole 24 hours of the whole day, right? So nobody can claim to be busy the whole day, right? If someone is truly busy, another point about this busy thing, if someone is truly busy, that means that, they have a lot of things to do. And to be honest, when I was single, I thought I was busy. I didn't realize what busy means until now that I'm married and have kids. Like, I feel like that is the real busy, because you are juggling several responsibilities, in a day. In a single day, you are a mom, you're a cleaner, you're a cook, you are a student, you're a teacher. Depending on your vocation, you are a minister. Like, so you are juggling several things in a whole. That is when you are truly busy. So, and you can also find that maybe like entrepreneurs, people that are career people and they're also trying to build a business. That is truly busy, because entrepreneurship takes a whole lot. It takes the whole you to build something from scratch up, right? So those are the cases where I've seen people to be truly, busy and have a lot on their plate. But if someone is even truly busy, if they are in these situations, whether they are an entrepreneur or, or they are already a parent or something, their partner will be the first to know that they are busy, because they will be running all the business by you. So if you are with someone who claims to be busy, yet you don't really even know the details, he's lying to you. Don't even deceive yourself. He's lying to you. He just doesn't have time for you, right? So if someone is truly busy, the person they're in a relationship with is the first person to know. Because why? They are not too busy to run the whole thing by you. They'll be running their processes, their plans, their projections, because they still need somebody to talk to. So you will know they are busy without necessarily feeling the effect of their business, because they are still talking to you. It's you they are running all the business through. Like, so after I do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, I'm thinking of doing this, I'm thinking of doing that. It's still you they are telling all those things, right? So they still have time to tell you all those things, right? So man was made to connect. Man was made for connection. When God made Adam, even before Eve came on the scene, God knew he was made to connect, right? So God will come every cool of the day to be with the man that he created. Man was made to connect. No one, absolutely no one, is too busy to desire connection. It's an innate need, right? So if he's not seeking to connect with you, he's not too busy for connection. It's just not you he wants to connect with. There's someone else he's running all those things by. There's someone else who is sharing all those, thoughts on his heart with, right? So if a man claims to be too busy for connection, he's not really too busy. It's just not you he wants to connect to, right? So another sign, that's the first sign that you will know that someone is not really into you, is that they're not really emotionally invested. You hear lots and lots of excuses and you see no proofs, right? Number 2, he gaslights you. When you lovingly talk about not getting enough or being unsure, this person will gaslight you. It's always your fault. you are not understanding enough about the phase that is in, you are not patient enough. And these are things, like, if you've ever heard these statements, please put it in the chat so that they will know that I'm not making these things up. These are things that people have told people, like, oh, it's just you're not understanding, you're not understanding of the phase I'm in, you're not patient enough, etc., etc. Like, they will always gaslight you and make it about you. This person will not stop to consider your perspective and your experience of the relationship when you share your feelings with them. They are always quick to defend themselves or excuse themselves from the obligation of the commitments they have made to you. Because every commitment comes with obligation. They have committed you in a relationship. There are obligations. The first of which is connection, because the whole essence of relationship is to build intimacy. How do you build intimacy without connecting? So they have obligations, but they will always excuse themselves for it and from it, and blame you for not understanding or not being patient enough. So if you are hearing defensive statements anytime you lovingly bring up, I thought you would tell me that, or I thought you would run that by me, or I thought we'll talk, or you didn't reply my text, or something, you will always hear defensive statements. You will never really hear I'm sorry, or I take responsibility for that, or that you are right, I won't do that anymore. No, all you will hear are excuses, and maybe even emotionally blackmailing you. That is you, right? So if you are hearing those things, know that this person is not really into you, even if they chased you for months. Like, forget pursuit, yes, is necessary, but it's not the only thing you are looking for to determine if somebody is really into you. Let me tell you a little, side story. When we're dating, my husband and I, there was a day when he came to church, because we usually meet in church, right? Because we met in church. So church was our meeting point, right? So he came to church that Sunday, and I noticed that after the service, he was sulking when we would generally just walk around together and juice while we're waiting for our parents to be ready, that sort of thing. So, what's wrong? Why are you upset? And he said, to me, at that time, it seemed flimsy why he was upset. He said, oh, that you never bring me envelopes for offering. He said that when he comes to church, like, he's always thinking, oh, will I have an envelope? So he will bring two. Like, so in case I don't have an envelope for my offering, he will give me one. But when I have an envelope, I never come with two to think that, oh, what if he doesn't have, and let me share with him. So when he was, telling me how that was hurting him, I was listening, even though somewhere in my mind, I felt really like, is that a thing? I didn't think that could be a thing. But I was willing to hear his perspective of the relationship, his experience of the relationship, because you might think you are giving out something to someone and how they are perceiving it is completely different, right? Or you are perceiving it to be it's not an important thing, and they are seeing it as an important thing, as with the case of the envelope. But what you need in a partner is somebody who is willing to listen to your experience of the relationship, to listen to your perspective of the relationship, even if they think it's not a big deal. Because it's a big deal to you, they should be able to stop and listen and say, okay, if that's how you feel, I'm sorry, I'll make amends. That's how you know somebody is into you and really wants to please you and wants to make you happy. If you are not seeing that, something is fundamentally wrong. It could be either that they are too self-absorbed, which is not someone you want to be with, or they are, an outright narcissistic person, right? So it's very important. So some cautions, because sometimes we women, we take these things overboard, right? So, of course, you shouldn't expect any boyfriend to anticipate your needs or know what matters to you without you having ever communicated such, right? So yes, you might find some ladies like who are really the problem, because they are always on their boyfriend. He's supposed to know. No, he's not supposed to know what you have not communicated. He can only know what you have communicated. So if, okay, he's not living up to your expectations, it is your duty to say as lovingly and respectfully as possible that I didn't think, this is not what I expect. Like, I expect that you should be able to do this and you should be able to do that, right? Not in a normal, healthy tone, not in an aggressive, because I'm coming to that. If it's an aggressive tone, it's something up with you as well, right? So you should be able to communicate, things, but you should also expect to be taken seriously when you do communicate your desires, right? So yes, you can't expect someone to know your desires without you ever communicating it. But when you do communicate it, you should be expected to be taken seriously, as is the case of my boyfriend with the envelopes, right? So that is what you're expecting to see in someone who is emotionally invested in you. If they're not emotionally invested, your needs don't really matter. They will just be, tweaking things to buy time, to waste your time, really. Another caution is that, of course, you can't expect anyone to check in with you hourly. I've also seen this where some people take it overboard, like, and they are so needy and they want you to be checking up on them, checking up on them, checking up on them multiple times in a day. What is that if they're in the hospital, right? So you can't expect anyone to check on you hourly, but it is very reasonable, very, very reasonable, and at the very minimum, to expect someone you're in a relationship with to check on you every day. Like, it is, I've often said that when people tell me, then it was foreign to me when we were dating, that my boyfriend did not reach out to me in a day. It was completely foreign to me. So when people tell me that, oh, I haven't spoken to my boyfriend in 3 days, or he didn't call me in 3 days, I'm literally wondering, did they kidnap him? Like, something must be really, really up. Did he lose his phone? Like, it must be something drastic, because it doesn't make any sense that you claim to be in a romantic relationship with someone and you don't even check on them in a single day. God came down in the evening, in the cool of the day, every day, to talk to Adam. God, the Almighty. Like, so how will a man say he's too busy the whole day? He cannot stop in the cool of the day to check on his beloved. It makes absolutely no sense. Don't fall for it. No one, absolutely no one, is that busy. So while you shouldn't expect him to check on you hourly, right, it's very reasonable to expect him to, check on you, and you should check on him daily, right? So another caution: you shouldn't also need reassurance all the time, because I said I will spell it out. I'll break it down. I'll let you know when it's you and when it's the other person. So these are the cases where it's you. You shouldn't need reassurance all the time. It signifies a lack of wholeness or a lack of a sense of purpose. If you are always needing reassurance about his commitment, something is wrong, right? And let me tell you why I know that. It's a different thing, right, when their neglect or lack of affirmation or their bad behavior is what makes you feel unsure. When you can literally point to, is this thing, right? How you know it's not you is when you can literally point to, is this behavior that makes me feel unsure. But if it's just a general, I'm just not sure, are you really into this? It's usually not that person. It's you. Is your past experiences, is your mindset, is insecurity, a host of things that you need to fix and nobody can fix for you, right? Because an emotionally whole individual is able to receive love because she is, first of all, confident that she is lovable. Are you taking notes? Are you learning something? You're not talking. Be talking in the comments, right? Let me know that you're learning something. An emotionally whole individual is able to receive love because she is, first of all, confident that she is lovable. She has gotten this confidence from God, from her upbringing, from her purpose, the fulfillment that comes from pursuing it. So she knows she's lovable. So she's able to receive love. She's not seeking from a marriage relationship the confidence that she's lovable. She's not trying to get that confidence. It's not because, oh, he loves me, that's why I'm lovable, or because I'm with that person, so therefore I'm lovable. And these are things that you need to reflect on and check in yourself, right? So the difference, how will you know that someone is confident that they are lovable and they are just receiving love? The difference is in desperation. The difference is in the desperation. When you are confident that you are lovable, you naturally expect to receive the love. You expect to be treated right. And if it's not coming the way you want, you will casually mention that, oh, this is not what I expect to get, right? If the person doesn't measure up after you have casually mentioned it, you simply respectfully remove yourself from the situation. That's how you know you are emotionally whole. You don't keep, being desperate for the person's attention and making demands and making threats. No. An emotionally whole person doesn't behave like that. An emotionally whole person expects to be loved, and when they receive the love, they celebrate it. And when they are not getting it, they will just casually bring it up, like, no, this is not how I expect to be treated, right? And if that person still doesn't measure up after they've brought it up, they just remove themselves from the situation. They just break up, they end it. Like, there's no back and forth, there's no bargain, because they know what they deserve, right? But when you don't know by yourself, when it's that person's treatment of you that you are gauging based on, then you will see desperation. Then you will react with threats. Then, there'll be drama. Drama doesn't come from emotionally whole people, right? So when you are needing them to convince you that you are lovable, you are more demanding, you are more drastic in your reactions, you are more desperate, because how you feel about yourself is dependent on how that person treats you. So you are telling the person, in essence, treat me right, so that, because it's my core need, so that I can feel good about myself, right? So if you want more on this emotional wholeness and the whole thing, please join the relationship mentoring. There is so much for you to learn, because I've really realized that many people are dating and in relationship and they are dealing from a place of hurts. Like, you are acting out hurts that the person didn't inflict, right? And it's destroying your relationships, and you're wondering why things are not working. Many people want people to commit to them so quickly because they are coming from a place of hurt. You need to heal so that you can do relationships right. So please, this is a taste test. Join the relationship mentoring and get the whole thing, module by module by module. I'll send the link because the deadline is tomorrow, right? So another thing, love comes with clarity of intent. Please write this down. I will say it carefully. Write it down and don't forget it. Love comes with what? Clarity of intent, followed by a commitment that matches the proposed intent. If this person is consistently leaving you confused or unsure, it is most likely because they are unsure about you. I'll say it again. Love, true love, comes with what? Clarity of intent. And that clarity of intent, that means they tell you what they want. It is followed by a commitment that matches that intent. So they tell you what they want and their actions matches what they have said. If this person is consistently leaving you unsure, it is because they are unsure about you. If somebody is sure about you, they will make it clear that they are absolutely 100% sure with their words and with matching actions. You will not doubt that they are in this, they want this. If you are doubting it, it's most likely because they also are unsure about you. So if I say I want to marry you, I must act like I want to marry you. If I say I want to be exclusive, I must act like I am exclusive. Do not trust people who want you to trust them based on what they have said, not what they are doing. So they'll be telling you, you'll be hearing from people like this who are just wasting your time, that I've told you. No, it's not what you told me. It's what you are doing. It's what you are doing matching what you told me. Don't tell me what you told me. I know what you told me. What I'm saying is that I want your actions, like, the choices you are making on a daily basis with me, in dealing with me, they should reflect how committed you are. Talk is cheap. People can talk up a storm. See, talk is very cheap. All I need to set in front of my camera and start talking. It's very easy. Now with social media, everybody can talk. Talk is cheap. God, your heavenly Father, weighs actions. We saw that in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 3. God is a God of knowledge by whom actions are weighed. Be like your Father. Be like what? Be like your Father and weigh actions. Don't just listen to words. Don't be so carried away by words. Don't be redirected by words. Weigh actions, right? Talk is cheap. Be like your Father and weigh actions. Don't forget that. Now, that's the second sign. I've told you two signs, right? That is not emotionally invested, or that is not into you. Is number one, is not emotionally invested. You will hear excuses. Number two, he will gaslight you. It will make it your fault. It will make it about you when you lovingly talk about not getting enough. And if you're whole, you will just remove yourself from that situation. If the problem is with you, if you are not whole, if you are not confident that you are lovable, you will keep making demands, you will keep staying in that relationship, you will be drastic, you will be making sure there will be drama, unnecessary drama, because that person is like your life source, right? So now, number three sign that he's not really into you is not financially invested. He is not financially invested, or he may even seek what is yours. When in doubt, follow the money. My husband is an accountant. He has taught me that. When in doubt, just do what? Follow the money. Numbers don't lie. Humans do. Numbers do what? Numbers don't lie. It's human beings that lie, right? So You can give without loving. Many people give for different motives. People can give without loving. Even scripture says that if I give all my body to be burned and have not love, that means it's possible for me to even give all my body to be burned. It's not out of love. Maybe I want to be famous, right? I'm in America, so people do crazy things to be famous, right? Maybe I want to be famous. That's why I said burn me up, right? So it might not be love, right? So people can give without loving, but you cannot love without giving. And that's Bishop David Oyedepo I'm quoting there. You can give without loving, but you cannot love without giving. So when someone is emotionally invested in you, when someone is really into you, they will also be financially invested. There will be gifts, whether big or little, to show that they are invested, they are into this. They are constantly thinking of what to add to your life, how to make you smile. Are you learning something? Nobody's talking. Baby, are you still here? Shalewa, are you still here? Toluwanimi, are you still here? I need to hear from you, right? So now a bit of caution, because some people some ladies do still take this to the extreme, and I need to let you know, right, when it's you. If someone is giving you below your expectation, let's talk about it. Even though I did the whole video on when someone is not earning enough, right? If someone is giving you below your expectation, but is still giving you, the person is not what you expect. Maybe you expected that for your birthday gift it to be a gift of 50K, and he just bought you a gift of 10K. Thank you, Princess Cool. I'm glad you are following, right? He bought you a gift of 10K, right? Check your expectation. That one is you, right? Because are you expecting a lifestyle change from him? Many ladies, and let's tell ourselves the truth, we are expecting a lifestyle change from marriage. We are expecting a lifestyle change from a man, right? So you are thinking for your birthday, you should buy you something expensive, maybe possibly something you cannot afford to buy for yourself, right? That's somehow the truth, or at least you're expecting him to match your level in some way. Like I can buy myself this, so you should be able to buy me that, right? So that is your expectation. It's not that the person is not giving you, it's that the person is not giving you what you expect. And I will still tell you how that can be problematic, and how it may not be problematic as we go on, right? So check your expectation. If they're not giving you what you expect, check their income or their occupation. If you are that intimate, if you're in a relationship, how much is the person really earning that you're expecting that they give you a gift of his own salary? Right? You already know that this person is earning maybe 150K. You can't expect him to spend 100K on a gift for you. How will he go to work the rest of the month? How will he eat? How will he pay his rent, right? And you want to marry a reasonable person who doesn't make emotional, financial decisions, right? So check their income, check their occupation, check their money mentality and yours. Some people make a lot, but they are savers. They are like me. I'm a saver, right? Some people make not so much, but they are spenders. Some people are spenders, like they are big spenders. If they make 150K, they can afford to spend the 100K on things that are not really needs, they are wants, because the money will come back. Some people are spenders. Money is to be spent. When money comes into their hand, they are thinking, how can I distribute it? And some of us, we are savers. When money comes to our mind, we are thinking, oh, what can I put aside to invest? We are always thinking futuristically, right? So different perspectives. And these two, as simple as it is, makes a world of difference. People struggle in marriages because of this, and I'm digressing to show you where it's you. I'm still coming back to it's not into you, right? People struggle. I've heard stories like people have come to me to say, my husband bought me this, like I don't expect this is what you bought me for Mother's Day. Right? And it breeds resentment. Like, is this what I'm worth to you? Because their life perspective, not their life, their money perspectives, very, very different, right? So caution. If he's giving below your expectation but he's still giving, check your expectation, check his income or his occupation, check his money mentality and yours. There might be a mismatch down the line which can lead to trouble. Again, get into the relationship mentoring. Even though I don't wholly cover this in relationship mentoring, I also lead you to another course, Identify Mr. Right. That is your progression from the relationship mentoring, where I extensively deal with, financial mismatch in mentalities and everything. Oh my God, somebody's knocking on my door. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. This is so unexpected. So I'm going to continue. I don't know who the person is. So that's where did I stop? Money mismatch, right? So another thing, a man that loves you and is responsible enough for marriage will want to provide for you. Another reason why you should follow the money. Somebody who loves you and somebody who is responsible enough for marriage will want to provide for you. He will be ashamed to beg or borrow from you, like to to borrow from you. He won't even ask you. He won't even ask you, right? So if he's busy, if the person is busy asking for what is yours, at the very minimum, it should be a concern. Is it that he can't take care of himself? And if he can't take care of himself, why is he trying to marry you? Because how will he take care of you, right? So never borrow any man what you can't overlook if they don't return it. Like, whenever you are borrowing even a boyfriend, like you are in a relationship, you are flat marriage, you are borrowing him something. Let it be something that if he never returns it, I give it to him, right? Never something you think, you must return. Like, the amount is so exorbitant, it will markedly affect your finances if they don't return it. Please, I beg of you, don't do it. Many ladies are falling for this and lost, good sums of money to people who are just dwindlers and time wasters. Because of course they won't start out like that. They'll come with, maybe they will buy you something small today, something tomorrow. They'll promise you big things, and then you think, he has this, he has that. Some people have money, but they are still trying to take what is yours. All that money they got, they acquire by greed. They acquire by greed, by collecting from, and greed is not about the amount of money they have in their accounts. If you are greedy, you are greedy. Even if you have billions, you still be trying to collect from somebody that has pennies. Don't you see it in government? These people have billions. They have billions and billions of dollars, but what? They are still scraping from poor people and getting everything poor people have, right? So greed is not a matter of money. So if you are with somebody who is not really into you, they are trying to get what is yours because they don't care for you. Innately, they don't care for you. They only care about themselves. They are with you for themselves, primarily for themselves. So you want to watch out for that as well. I hope you are still following. Sorry about the distraction, right? So that's the third sign. When in doubt, ladies, do what? Follow the money. Number 4, you've never met the important people in his life. This one beats me, how people fall for it, but people do fall for it, right? Please don't fall for it, right? Close friends, parents, etc., especially. And if it's somebody who is a really committed Christian, they'll want you to meet, people who they consider their spiritual parents, if those people are close to them, or like mentors, right? Me now, I can't say, I want you to be my spiritual. I can't take you to Yudipo. Me, if I've never met him before. That type of thing. But if their spiritual parents are like their immediate pastors, people they relate with, they'll want you to meet those people, right? So if he won't officially introduce you, he's hiding you. I don't care what he says, what he promises. If he won't officially introduce you as, this is my girlfriend, this is the person I want to marry, he's not really into you. He's hiding you. Relationships should be private, not secret. And people don't understand what that means. And this is what it means. People should know you are together, but they don't need to know the details of your day-to-day. Relationships should be private. They should not be secret. The important people in your life should know that you are together. The whole social media don't need to know. Can you still hear me? I don't have my voice, so that person will stop knocking on my door. So please let me know that you can still hear me, right? The whole social media don't need to know. But, the important people in your life should know. It should not be a secret, right? You should meet close friends within a few weeks of being official, because they should already be talking about you. This person should already be talking about you. They should be so in love with you. They are talking about you. Like, I have a girl, like I have someone, right? The glow. Women, we know now, when you see your girl in a relationship, the glow. So what's happening? You want to hear the gist, right? So, so they should be talking about you. So close friends, you should meet close friends within a few weeks of being official. Whether by phone or by person or by FaceTime, you should meet close friends. Even parents should be aware within a few weeks. Most people don't tell you may not meet their parents within a few, until maybe after some months when they are really absolutely 100% sure we're going to get married, right? So parents are usually, the last to come on scene. For some reason, I don't want to be that parent. Our Mike used to tell me early, right? But for some reason, we save our parents for last because, their opinion is weighty, right? But, they should still be aware within a few weeks that you are in a relationship with someone. This is that person. This is what that person does. They should know you. They should know about you. And then within a few months of being official, They should meet you if you are in your late 20s, if you are in your early 30s. Like, what are you waiting for? They should meet you. They should know that, yes, I'm serious. I want to get married. If everything continues to pan out, I do want to get married to this person, right? So if you've never met the important people in his life, he's hiding you. He's not really into you. And I have a story about this, like a relative of mine that I know very well. You know, my mom told her these things, like, how come this person, so I will summarize the story. This person used to drop her off at my mom's place, but he would never come inside, right? He would never come inside. So my mom kept asking, I saw that car by the by my window. Who is that person? She'll say, he's just shy, he's not yet ready, he's this. She'll keep making excuses. My mom said, this person doesn't love you. This person doesn't want to marry you. She didn't believe. Eventually, it turned out that he had a whole nother family. A whole another family, like wife and kids, the whole works, right? And she didn't know. But he won't want to meet the important people in your life because he knows what he's hiding. He's hiding something. Meanwhile, and not that they were teenagers or in their 20s. Meanwhile, there was my boyfriend. I started dating at 20, right? We started dating at 20, and he would come to the house to visit me because we didn't used to go to, like, restaurants often or things. So he would just come to my house because I live with my parents, or we meet in church. So he would come to my house, he would enter the house, he would greet my mom, he would sit down. He was just in his early 20s, right? But there was no fear because he knew that he was serious, because he knew his his motives were pure. That's how you know somebody who is serious about you. Not that, he just doesn't want to, he's not, he's hiding you or he's hiding something, right? So that's the fourth sign that he's not into you. The fifth sign, he's not willing to wait till marriage for sex, and he seeks every opportunity to pressurize you. If a man is not really into you, yet he's chasing you, yet he wants to be with you for months, it's most likely because of two things at the most. Maybe you are very well to do and he feels he can get money, or the more common option is that he wants sex. That is the more common option. And if that is his goal, not really you, he will do everything he can to make sure you fall into his bed. He will do everything he can to pressurize you, right? So this is the litmus test for every believer. As I told them in the relationship mentoring, even though God did not create that command, thou shalt not fornicate, to help you to find a life partner. That command was created to protect you, really, and for you to glorify God with your body, right? To respect the boundaries He put around the sexual relationship. But it has become the case whereby that is actually the only way in today's world where you can genuinely discern someone's interest in you. Because men can tell all sorts of lies. They can promise heaven and earth when the only thing they are really after is your body. Literally. And they would deceive. Consistent deception. People can be concerned with deception to the point where the only thing you can literally withhold to discern the genuineness of their intent is sex. So whatever you do, that command was to protect you. Do not, like, withhold it. Not as a punishment, but in obedience to God, number one, because that's the original reason for it. And also to protect yourself from body swindlers. That's what we will call them, right? So if he's constantly using marriage to pressurize you to sin with him, he's bathing you. Don't fall for it. And they bathe you. They bathe you with, we're going to get married. That means they are dangling in front of you what you so desperately want, so that you can give to them what they so desperately want from you. The answer is to remove the desperation. Do not be desperate for marriage, such that even if they dangle it in front of you, you will not give up yourself. You will not give up your body. All right, so be willing, be ready to give up what you want, which is marriage, if needed, for the one who has given you what you need the most, which is Christ Jesus. He gave you himself, and that's who you need the most in this life, not a husband. So he has given you that. So you'll be willing to give up marriage. Even if I never get married, if every man wants sex before marriage, I'ma be single. That should be your stance. Like, I'm willing to give up marriage, right, in order to obey God, so that they will not be able to beat you with the promise of marriage. Oh, I've already met your parents. What's left? Oh, we have done introduction. People break off introduction. People break up engagements. They still body swindled you, right? So don't fall for it, right? So, and this person, let me go back to my notes. Sex and associated foreplay should be off the limits. If he is serious about God and willing to prove that he wants you, you are not an outlet for anyone's sexual release. You are created in the image of God. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are not an outlet for anyone's sexual release. So he should be willing, listen carefully, he should be willing to establish and embrace two separate, listen carefully to this choice of words. They have deep meaning. He should be willing to establish and embrace necessary limits to avoid temptations, not just verbally agree to sex outside of marriage, because these people are deceptors. So is that a is that a good English word? They come to deceive you. They'll say, yes, no sex before marriage, but when you're talking about the guidelines and the limits, you're like, that's too extreme, that's too much. They are baiting you. They know that you will say it, but eventually you will fall. So this person who is really into you will be willing to establish those guidelines with you. It will not just be you thinking up the whole thing on your own head. Let's not do this, let's not do that. No, you should be able to come together as two Christian believers who don't want to offend God. You should be able to say something and say, okay, these are the guidelines we'll put in place. So you are bringing your ideas, he's bringing his ideas. So you will both establish it, and you will both embrace those guidelines, not just verbally saying, we won't have sex. Like I said, talk is cheap. God weighs actions. Be like your father. So if he's constantly guilt-tripping you into sex, run. He's not into you. He's into your body, likes your shape, or maybe just wants a hole. I'm being as, should I say, blunt as possible. Maybe he's not even really attracted to you. Just wants someone to sleep with, right? So run. And I deal in depth in relationship mentoring, that one, sex for singles. I talked about all the signs and all the things people will say when they are trying to body swindle you. So please do yourself a favor. The deadline is tomorrow. Join the relationship mentoring. Let's go in depth into this. But for today, those are the 5 signs that let you know that somebody is not really into you. Number 1, they are not fully emotionally invested. You will hear excuses. Number 2, they will gaslight you and make it your fault. Number 3, they are not financially invested. Follow the money. Number 4, you will not meet the important people in their life, and they will not want to meet the important people in your life. Number 5, they will not be willing to wait, for marriage before having sex, because that is what they are after. Did you learn something today? And I've also told you how to know when it's you, because some people, some people are the problems, right? This guy is whole, he's reaching out normal, he's giving normal, but it's just not enough. I've told you the signs that help you know when it's you as well. So that, and if you are in need of healing, if that is you, be honest with yourself. We've all been hurt, and sometimes we act out of that hurt. The first step to healing is acknowledging that, it's me. I always want too much. I always need too much reassurance. I've told the story of when I gained a lot of weight after the birth of my first child. Not because of the child, but because of the associated depression in that season of my life. I ate a lot. So I gained tons of pounds. I was like really puffy. And every day I'll be asking my husband, do you still like me? Are you attracted to me? I wrote a whole book about it. I kept needing reassurance. And one day I had to tell myself, oh no, calm down. This is not this guy. It's you. This person has absolutely proved his love for you in every way, shape, and form that is humanly possible. Everybody around me knows that my husband loves me, right? Even people who don't like how much he loves me, they still know that I'm loved, right? So I had to tell myself this constant needing of reassurance would drive this man away, to drive him crazy at the very minimum. I need to deal with this myself. So if you've been hurt, acknowledge it, that people have disappointed you in the past. They've broken your heart. So now it's hard for you to trust. If you have trust issues, like I have had before too, acknowledge it to yourself and then seek healing. And we cover that also in a whole module in relationship mentoring. healing and wholeness, because you need to heal. Otherwise, you will put unnecessary pressure on people who are getting to know you, and you will drive them away because you'll be appearing as desperate. Any small thing, you're not told me what you want, or tell me what you, the guy is trying to get to know you. You're not told you want a relationship, or maybe you're even in a relationship. You will drive the person crazy with constant demands to prove their love, even though they are proving it. And it's that insecurity, gong, that will spoil that relationship. So if you've been hurt, you have trust issues, you are insecure, and that's what's making you demanding, seek healing so that at least you know your part is done. If you are now seeing inconsistent behavior, you would have the emotional wholeness to simply do what? Remove yourself from the situation. No drama, no drastic reactions, etc. So, in 1 minute before we leave, what is your takeaway? I would like you to either share it here on this YouTube channel, or, better yet, let's go to the WhatsApp group and go drop. Everybody that attended today, Shalewa, Kodzai, Gbemi, Toluwanimi, please drop your takeaway. What is one statement you heard that you are holding on to, you will not forget, that meant the most to you in 5 signs is not really into you? Please drop it on the WhatsApp group. Let me know. And that's also how you keep track of what you are learning, so that it will not just be knowledge that you just gained but you never used. How do you use it? It's by first taking it down, right? Taking it down, like, this is what I learned, and then you are able to reflect that this is how I'm going to use it. So please go on the group and let's do that. So I hope this blessed you. Every other conversation, let's take it to the group. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for joining. God bless you.